We're going to now place a rooftop unit on our building, and I've gone out and searched for a BIM object, a rooftop unit, and I want to just go through the steps on that. I'm going to place this BIM Revit family item on the site so you can just grab it, but I'll show you how you could select your own, and I encourage you, if you're interested, to select your own. So I just typed in BIM rooftop unit, and one of the most effective ones I found, or easiest to deal with, was the BIM object site, and a high efficiency packaged unit comes up. If you click on it, it takes you to BIM objects. You may need to sign in, but I find it useful. So if you go to the downloads now, so now we have what's a rooftop unit, typically massive in size. I kind of wanted to pick one just so we could deal with the issues of large kinds of structures on the roof. We're going to click download, and you'll see you're always going to be presented with all of these kind of questions. This could be overwhelming, and this is one of the reasons why classes like environmental controls can help you when you want to make selections like this. It's not like you're picking out the HVAC system for the final design, but you might be placing it because you need to populate the rooftop to discuss things about masking, which we'll get into later. But anyway, so we have, these are all different versions. So we have an air conditioner that I've picked. It's a air conditioner with gas heat, because we have some with electric heat and steam heat, depending on how they're combined with other components within the whole HVAC system. And it also has return and supply on the bottom of the unit. So that means no ductwork up on the roof. It just comes through the roof opening. And I click download, and that would download a zip file. So now that family is in our computer downloaded, if we go to our systems, very easy to grab a piece of mechanical equipment, and it will tell us, if you have not loaded anything yet, that no equipment has been found. And it says, would you like to load one now? I'm going to say yes. And I'll just back up a little bit. So I have a file now that says that was downloaded, which was the air conditioner package. And if I click into it, I have one selected. And it's multiple versions in the same one. And you'll see when we open that we're going to get a dialog box. More questions, but also more opportunities to learn things. So we have all kinds of varieties of voltages. You can see they go up very high. And these are for industrial applications. Tons of cooling, which we'll discuss, and voltages. So I'm just going to pick one of the simpler ones. But we've got cooling capacities, and we also have heating capacities if we scrolled all the way down here. And this is in thousands of BTUs per hour. So let's go ahead and just pick one. I'll pick this 15 horsepower one, and it's going to upgrade that model. Many times these BIM models are older versions, and they really don't need to be updated unless there's been a product change. But Revit keeps moving the modeling environment forward, so unnecessary step to get to the next point. So once we've got that into the system, and it's taking a second to do that, condenser fan horsepower doesn't exist in the family. So that's just a misalignment with BIM data within that, and obviously kind of gives you an idea of how rich the component is with detail. So I'm going to click OK because it's not critical to us. And there's our unit, now ready to be placed. We want to place it on level 3, and we can just pick a location here. And I'm going to switch to view here if I can. All right. Well, there we are looking at it from the top. I just hit a couple of buttons pretty poorly there. Let's get over to the side where we got our section cut. And we're going to go ahead and move this. Let's just slide it over here. And the other thing I want to do is, I wonder why I made it disappear. I might have pulled it completely out of the section area. So let's adjust it. I'll just go to the top here and I'll adjust it. That sirens are typical for us living downtown. So I hit the space bar so it changes its orientation, and I'm going to slide it over here, and then we'll go back to the to a view where we can see it. And it looks a little funny here because it seems to be very short, and that's because I've got my crop box a little low here. There we go. Now we've got this red, which is kind of like the operating envelope, which means nothing should be placed around it. And I'm going to just select that component. I'm going to click into it here, hopefully, and see if I can hide that in the view. I'm not getting a hide in view, so what I'm going to do is I've gone into that. Hopefully we can get back to, give me a second here. I'm going to cut the video, and then I'm going to try to figure out how I can get that to hide, and then I'll pick up on the next clip.